Burlington at the Ohavi Zedek Synagogue. And behind me is a weekly drop-in Mah-Jongg game. Today we're going to talk to the queen of Burlington's Mah-Jongg scene.
My name is Lynda Siegel, and I am a member here at Ohavi Zedek Synagogue, and I've been a Mah-Jongg player for 23 years.
So all of these people are people that I've taught to play Mah-Jongg.
Lynda is a wonderful teacher. She's the queen of Mah-Jongg. She's very warm and kind and considerate and patient with all of us, especially all of us over 60.
Lynda, she is the queen of Mah-Jongg. She knows every rule, every possibility.
Who's East?
He's
okay,
East.
so
He's already discarded.
He discarded. So you're next.
She can walk over to you and look at the table and go, oh, you should be playing this hand over here, not that hand over there. There's not a better person that should be teaching Mah-Jongg to Vermonters than Lynda.
And 2 years ago, I taught my first Mah-Jongg class. Since then, I've taught 125 people to play, and we've now evolved into having drop-in Mah-Jongg on Wednesday mornings, drop-in Mah-Jongg on Wednesday nights, and I continue to teach classes, about 6 or 7 classes a year. I can testify that the game is absolutely growing here in Burlington.
Well, I wish you were not playing with us so I can ask you questions.
We're giving her money.
She won.
And I did it on my own pick, so I did it
got
twice in a
double money.
row.
So how much money did you just win?
$1.50.
You're rich.
We play for money. We have a $5 limit.
I used to use this change to park, but
Oh, good, I'll have 50 cents for Mah-Jongg. I'm like, now my brain is like...
I love the way it brings people together, the community that it builds, the friendships that it makes. I also love that it's a thinking game, that you have to have some smarts to play, and it also has an element of luck to it. And so beginners can play with experienced people and still win. These 4 people are playing. You need 4 people to play the game. In this process, they're trying to build a hand that they're going to play using a Mah-Jongg card.
It's a good mind thing. It's social. It's, a mix of skill and luck.
so I've never played before I took Lynda's class, but my grandmother used to play with her sisters in Miami Beach.
I knew about the reputation of it being nothing but, old Jewish ladies or old Chinese ladies playing the game. I'm also a quilter, so I'm used to being the only man in the room.
I was like, oh my God, I don't want to learn how to play Mah-Jongg. That's what the Altakaka do. Altakaka means the old people. I really need a 2 dot right now. So Mah-Jongg, despite what people say that Confucius played, there's really no archaeological evidence that it was played before the 1880s. And it started in China, and then in 1920, a man named Joseph Babcock imported Mah-Jongg to the United States. The game took off like crazy in the 1920s, but everybody was making up their own rules. People had lots and lots of different variations. So in 1937, 5 Jewish women in New York got together and said, we're going to come up with a set of rules, we're going to write them down, and they started to call themselves the National Mah-Jongg League. They have printed out a set of rules and a card that's used to play what's called American Mah-Jongg, which is different than the Chinese Mah-Jongg game. And so for years and years, many, many Jewish women were playing Mah-Jongg. And I grew up with my mother playing, with my aunts and her friends, but now men are playing, many non-Jewish women are playing. The game has just exploded across the country. 8 bam.
She's very fast, and when you're new, playing with her is extremely intimidating.
2 dot. I have a little reputation if people aren't going fast enough. I tap the table.
It's terrifying to play with Lynda. When you're new, it's just because she's like, bam, 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 bam. And we're like, think. Maybe think. Okay, I'll do this.
Oh, that's nice. 4 crack. Everybody here teases me, but I have already memorized the card probably a few months ago. I know what hands are what.
And there's surprises. People win on the last tile. People get amazing hands or all the jokers or things like that, so it's exciting.
The president makes great pastries, and they always have coffee. So
Because you can't play Mah-Jongg without good snacks. The 3 pillars of our synagogue are spirituality, social action, and community building. And so Mah-Jongg has just really, really lent itself to that. and we've had new members join the synagogue as a result of playing Mah-Jongg.
So I moved to Vermont 3 years ago. Actually, in the pandemic, I took one of Lynda's classes here at OZ. And once I started taking classes here, I did find the community, and I joined the temple last year. Me and my husband were definitely looking for a community since we were new to the area.
I volunteer my time, but people make donations to the synagogue to play. In the last 2 years, we've raised over $8,000 teaching Mah-Jongg at the synagogue.
Really a mess.
Does it sound like chattering sparrows?
Yes.
Yes. One of the things about Mah-Jongg that's so much fun is the noise, the chatter that gets made when you mix the tiles and the tactile feel of the tiles. And Mah-Jongg actually means chattering sparrows.
We're ready.
12.
Oh, wow. We're just switching players. We have a couple groups at the same stopping point, so we're going to switch around a little bit. All right, so Diane, why don't you come here? And Beth, are you coming here?
It's free to come. People show up. They bring their own Mah-Jongg sets.
And then I'll come and play at this table, and we'll have Steve play with his tiles.
So I do believe that Lynda has really created quite a welcoming, open group here, and a lot of people that are coming are either members of the temple or people that have recently graduated from her classes.
The word is spreading. People are, wanting ways to connect, perhaps after COVID. This is just a great way to get together, be with people, but also be doing something intellectual and stimulating and challenging. And it's really fun.
She won again, third time in a row.
Yeah, third time.
That's like not fair. And I pulled it. I'm breaking my bank, girl.
It was something
Here's my money.
Lynda has new Mah-Jongg classes starting up in March, and we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon.
These other players, we have no idea what they're doing, so.
Oh, I know.
It's on film.
Unfortunately, I know nothing about. Are you okay with me lurking around?
Yes.
Oh, you can lurk.
Just let me know if you don't like the lurking.
Good. Hi, Eva. I'm a friend of Sophie's. Ava.
Everybody here
Yeah.
knows Sophie.
Yeah, of course.
I love it. This is great. So tell her. My mom.
Your mom.